Hello and welcome to FTM Uncovered. Today we are joined by the amazing Sabrina Kennedy. Thank you so much for performing with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I feel like your vocals are still ringing in our studio right now. Your songs were like amazing. So you had Puritan and you had Hold Tight. Now, like both these songs, when obviously you were performing them, they have a real kind of undertone and they talk a lot about sort of power and being empowered, which for me, I was just like, yes, girl. Can you tell me a little bit about the process of writing both those songs, what inspired you, what they're about?
So Hold Tight was actually about my father passing away. And I went through a really dark time when my father had passed away. And it was to the point where you get into such a dark place and you don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel. And for me, it was just about going through that dark place to really say, you need to hold tight because it is going to get better. Not to be cliche, but I think as people, we say, oh no, we only want to embrace the light side. No, you need to embrace both your dark and light side. And I think that kind of bleeds into Puritan as well. I mean, just feeling like I'm not seen or heard, especially as a woman in the industry and in my life. And I'm always having to fight 10 times harder as a woman to be seen and heard. And Puritan was just to the point, I'm from Salem, Mass. So my roots of the witches being burnt at the stake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was very puritanical, obviously, the track, etc. But that's amazing to know there's sort of that witchy history because you're a witch girl.
Yes.
I love it.
So I pick up on that a lot in my music and just the idea that, you can be both dark and light. And that's what you have to embrace. So Puritan just came from, I've always been too much for the world. I've been too much. I've been too loud, too proud, too sad, too mad. Well, I'm just going to be Sabrina Kennedy. So
100%. You should be proud of that. And as women, we should be proud to be loud. And I love that from both your tracks. And just a level of sort of acceptance of like, this is who I am, ran through beautifully. So I was dead impressed.
Thank you.
Now, I hear that you, unlike some, have been a busy bee during this time. Your creativity has flourished.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit more about that, please?
Yes. So I've demoed an album. Like I have an album done. I've done 2 music videos during lockdown. And
The Other Side.
Yeah, The Other Side. So The Other Side premiered October 21st. And, we had a premiere party in a garden with 60 people and I got to perform. So
amazing.
And the star of the video was really Ruby the snake.
I've got to say, you've got big snake energy through and through. I'm loving the outfit today as well, channeling that. So that's incredible. So obviously during this time as artists, there has been a lot of people have sort of felt like they maybe lost their voice slightly, but for you, that was a different experience completely.
It was a different experience because I really had to dig deep. A lot of my music comes from struggle, from pain. And I think for all of us, I mean, during lockdown, whether you were alone or with someone else or with your roommates, you had to sit and really heal yourself and think about yourself. And that's where a lot of my emotions, they came out for these songs. And I'm actually quite proud of the process because I didn't have that time before to just sit down and say, you know what, you need to create. So I've been the busiest I've been in ages during lockdown. So it was good.
I'm glad because what we heard today was incredible. And time to really reflect and like dig deep. So that's really strong. And for you, as an honorary Londoner, I've got to ask you this now. What was your favorite tube line?
My favorite tube line, I must say, Hammersmith and City, because it does have aircon during.
Oh yes, that's what you need.
The hot weather.
Yeah.
So I have to say Hammersmith and City.
Yeah, because you're a West London girl, aren't you?
I'm a West London girl.
Love that scene.
West baby.
Do you love Carnival?
I do love Carnival. Sadly, Carnival was not this year. But next year, bigger and better.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there next year.
Oh, you will. You will.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You've been amazing.
Thank you.
I'm an animal trapped in a lion's den, but in the darkness I'm breaking all my claws again. I play the good girl, but she never looked like me.